Everyone's got a secret, we're here to spill them. Real people, real confessions every single day. Subscribe Confess Line if you can handle the truth. So I was in a very close friend group. 2 girls were best friends in specific, but we were all really close. We called every day most of the time and we all got along very well. But eventually some shit had happened between those 2 girls who were specifically close. And they slowly drifted away a little. One of them would join our calls less and at some point never really came anymore. The other girl would start talking bad about her to me and another person in the group, genuinely convincing us she was a bad person, telling us lies and exaggerating situations. And at the time I believed it. So I started talking bad about that girl as well. But the worst part, we stayed being friends with her and she had no idea about the things we said. I never really hated her, but because of the things I heard that I believed at the time, I was convinced she was a bad person. Some months passed and I low-key started leaving that hate behind. I still wanted to be friends with her and ignore the so-called red flags that turned out to be mostly lies. So I started talking more with the girl I talked bad about again, trying to leave behind the things I said despite drowning in the guilt. Eventually, on a random day, the other girl who started all this, who was also close with the other person in the friend group, started avoiding me, and eventually they were all ignoring me. I texted her if something was wrong. She said that she told the other girl all the things we said behind her back because she felt guilty. And I think that was a good thing because she deserved to know what happened, so I wasn't mad. Obviously, the other girl was mad, and she has all the right. I started talking to her and confessing my part in it. But I found out that the other girl made it look like as if I was the worst one. As if I was the one who started it and she blamed her own doings on her borderline personality disorder, which I don't have a right to judge in because I don't know how it is. But how is that an excuse to be a bad person? My best friend also has it and he's the kindest and greatest person in my life. Anyway, back to the fact that she made me look like the starter of this, which just isn't true. And I had literally proof of that in old chat conversations where she would tell me bad stuff about her that I believed. So I sent those screenshots and she was shocked because that wasn't the things she told her. I had apologized many times. We did kind of talk it out and we are still friends and we talk now and then. But the other people of the friend group are still avoiding me, private calling now and basically treating me like shit. They even stole one of my friends, which hurts me. They play games we promised to play together without me now and with that friend of mine and they're not even trying to hide it. I'm honestly really angry at them. I should have never trusted them because that girl honestly always talks shit about literally everyone. So I should have seen it coming that I was going to be next eventually. I'm already struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts and this situation has really worsened it. I don't know what to do. Anyway, sorry if this doesn't make any sense. I tried my best explaining it. Second confession. I bought a house last year and redid all the flooring with an engineered hardwood. We ordered online after seeing samples in the hardware store. And I took a photo of a bunch of them with the prices. When we came to pick it up, I showed the clerk that the number on their in-store sign was less than what I saw online, and asked if they could adjust, since we didn't notice the difference until pickup. She obliged and changed the price and had to call her manager over, who signed off on it. When she told me the amount owed, it was like $75 for 16 cases of wood flooring. It should have been like $1,500 or something. I asked her if that was the total and she said, "Yup." I just wanted to go home, so I paid and left, assuming she meant $75 per box. On the way home checking the receipt, I figured out the error. The pricing was by square foot, but when she updated the price, it made it $5 per box, not per square foot. I was really worried she'd get fired for her error, but ultimately decided that since the manager signed off and also didn't notice it, it'd just be brushed under the rug. It's one of the biggest hardware stores in the country. My partner used to work there and he said even if they noticed an error, they rarely gave a crap. Anyways, not the most scandalous confession, but I was just thinking about it today like, man, that was so lucky. We had so many projects to the point where the people at that store started asking what we were all doing, because they saw us there so often. We worked our asses off on this house, spent so much time and money on it. I'm not religious, but man, what a stroke of luck. Thanks to that error, we were able to spend the extra money on other areas of the house. So I guess they got more sales out of us anyways. It actually happened again with something else at one of the other big department stores, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was right now. I just remember our friends being blown away and saying we must have gotten some good karma from the ghosts here for fixing up their old house. Third confession. I kid you not, this place is absolutely rancid. I started a few weeks back first. Few days were fine getting a hold of stuff. As I progressed further, my eyes widened. Due to these sandwiches on conveyor belt starts with 2 slices of bread, bagels, baguettes, and more. One person set to each filling tomato. Cheesy TC along the conveyor line, I swear on everything. I've seen fillings run out and people use the trampled on muddy stuff they've dropped prior. People sneezing and coughing all over the produce. People not washing hands when going from fish to eggs to chicken etc. Believe it or not, I genuinely don't care if you don't. I just needed to clear it off my chest. I seen someone filling bacon into the baguettes, and they must have found some gristle in the bulk bacon packet. Bit it, and when questioned, he said I wanted to see what it was. Meant to be a multi-million-pound company, Aswell with branches up and down the country. Fourth confession. I have always had the vice of pornography, and this time I think I have paid the price. A year ago, maybe more, AI undress was widely advertised on some adult sites as the novelty of the moment. And I, intrigued, wanted to try it. After all, it seemed like a harmless game. I tried it on the photo of a person I knew and liked at the time, and immediately deleted and uninstalled everything. That of the UAI seemed a stupid idea, and then I felt a certain unease with such tools, being aware of the potential danger of those tools and also feeling it as wrong. But I swear to God, I never had the intention of sharing those images and harming anyone. Having decided not to use those tools anymore, I soon forgot about them and went on with my life until recently, when I read the news that one of those applications had been blocked by the authorities for obvious reasons. Maybe it is because I am a different person today than I was then, and I am much more sensitive to certain issues. But I was reminded of that episode and immediately felt a strong sense of remorse. I won't even bother to recount the dark thoughts that characterized this period. I will only add that if anyone wonders why I have no comments, no posts, no karma, it is because I created a disposable account. Fifth confession. Almost 10 years ago, mid-20s, I worked as a repair guy for some IT department in a school district. My uncle-in-law, high-ranking position, helped me get the job, but my team was a bunch of guys that could really not give less of a fuck. I tried to stay on the straight and narrow, but with financial struggles and other stressors, I pretty much succumbed to the allure of fast money, thus leading me to acquire and wipe broken tablets we weren't using to resell them, raked up about $600. Some months later, there was speculation that some tech went missing, and my guilty conscience got the best of me. Without notice, I decided to just quit the job altogether. I don't regret what I did on a physical level, but every time I see my uncle-in-law, it's like walking on eggshells. He helped me get a job, and I feel a little bad if he knows something, because then it's like the family's involved. Regardless, I fear I'll always have this looming cloud over my head, which has drastically affected my ability to truly live in the present. I also feel like I'm making a big deal about it internally, and the world doesn't care. So I'm aiming to mentally move on and try living a better life here on out.